All right, I'm back. Single in the soft life. The next one that I have for you is scheduling, budgeting, planning. Yes, honey. You have to be so intimate with your schedule. You have to be so intimate with your budgeting. You have to be so intimate with your planning. Okay? Like, this is not a game. This is not something that we can wasp over. This is critical. This is critical because you're scheduling. That is what you have to do. That is what you have time to be. That is your energy. You need to know what you got going on. No more impulse doing. Oh, I'm just going to go do this. Impulse doing. Having your life structured in a way that allows for you to be creative. See, when you're a child, imagination is free. When you're an adult, it costs you to have an imagination because you have responsibilities then that you didn't have when you were a child. So that's why you need proper scheduling, proper budgeting, proper planning. Single in the soft life, taking away your financial burdens is budgeting. Seeing what you actually have to spend and knowing how you're going to spend it and spending it wisely. Creating your budget month to month. Then after month to month, then you can look back after 12 months and then you can go year and break it down in months. Months can be broken down in weeks. Weeks can be broken down in days. Okay? But you have to have a clear picture of what you need in order to know what you have to do to get it. Scheduling. If it's 7 days a week right now, it's 7 days a week right now. If it's 5 days a week, it's 5 days a week. If it's 4 days a week, it's 4 days a week. But you need to have proper scheduling and proper planning. It's 24 hours in a day. If you're getting the recommended amount, 8 is already gone for sleep. After sleep, then you have what, 16 more hours left in the day? 8 is gone to work. So you have 8 more hours left in the day. So time is always of the essence. You get what I'm saying? Now it makes your off time more valuable to you. And when you start doing what you need to do with your off time, resting properly, drinking enough water on those days that you don't have to go into the office or to work in a place or anything like that. You can be in your sanctuary. Um, um, uh, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but um, making sure that on your off days, meal prepping and doing the things, laundries and things like that, when you're catching up on those things, it makes it easier to get through those 5 days that you have to work or however many days that you have to work. And it also shows you where you need to cut back on and equip yourself in ways that will allow you to see results. You can see results. You can. Sometimes it's harder than others, but you can see results. Planning, planning your vacations, planning, things that you may want to do with your home, redecorating or whatever the case might be, or buying new things to help your home have better functionality, or wherever you stay at, having better functionality. Like, these are things that can affect the single and soft life. Knowing what you got going on with your time. So see, therefore, he can't just call you. You didn't meet him on Tuesday and he call you and keep you up all night long, and you go to work the next day, then he talk about, oh, you want to get dinner, or he want to come through and see, like, no, you have a schedule. No, I'm sorry, I won't be available until this day right here at this time. Make your presence a gift. Yeah, it might be some as quote unquote lonely nights, but better to have a lonely night than to be in bad company. So, yeah, I'll take lonely nights every night if it means that I don't have to be in bad company, if it means that I don't have to question someone's intentions, if it means that I don't have to worry about being lied to and manipulated and somebody trying to play in and have an agenda in what they can try to get from me. You get what I'm saying? So we have to replace all of this energy that we're giving out with things that we have to do within. Things that are within our control will allow that to happen. So, yeah, scheduling, budgeting, planning, these are areas that literally change the game for single in the soft life. Because every one of these areas before, it requires scheduling, budgeting, planning. You know? So we need to get more for real about what's within our control. More structured, more disciplined in how we utilize our time day to day, week to week, month to month. Because if you're really truly trying to get in that flow and even meet someone that you may, if you want a relationship or if you want to remain single, you have to get in that flow of doing it well. You don't have to want to be popular to want to live your best life. You don't have to want 1,000,000 followers to want to live comfortably or want $1,000,000 to want to live comfortably. You don't have to have 1,000,000 followers to get your message across to the people that it's meant to hear. That's meant to hear it. You don't have to have 7 different businesses if one can provide you the outlets for all those other ones to come into play. Be easy on yourself. We're not rushing the process. What we're doing is we're creating it and fine tuning it and living within it. We're creating the miracle for ourselves. We're pulling ourselves out of the hard life. So the more work that you put in on doing something which is really not even work, the more of your essence that you put in on something that brings you happiness, that raises your vibration, the more that you do that, the harder it is for those forces to penetrate in and knock you off of your square, because it becomes the way of life for you. So if someone doesn't agree, or they can't provide for that, or that's far out of their reach, guess what? They're not meant to be in your life. See, we have to do these things that are necessary as the administrators. Women, we are the administrators. We literally run the world, whether the world wants to tell us that or not. We do run the world. We create everything that's happening. So where are we lying at within our creations? But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, is that when it comes to a man, if men start recognizing that women are embracing the soft life without them, that gives them even less to talk about on what they're doing for us, which means that they're going to actually have to be some stand-up guys to show us that we can even identify with, that we can even begin to grow with, that they're even doing the things necessary to even be with us. We've went through far too much throughout all of the stories that have been told from generation to generation, century to century, whatever the case might be. From all the way back when time first began up until now, we have been through way too much when it comes to men. And we have let them run and be in control of things. And they did exactly what they needed to do, run it down to the ground. And then now they're looking to us to rebuild it. And we've been ran down to the ground because that's what we allowed ourselves to do. We allowed ourselves to sit back and take a passive approach and be labeled and ostracized. So now we have to be the main ones to clean this thing up. And so in order to do that, we have to get back into our natural states of being, which is the administrators, which is the planners, which is the preppers, which is the ones who are taking into account and understanding, knowing the finances, having a clear picture on things. A man is supposed to hunt and gather. Baby, he's supposed to bring that check home. He's supposed to bring that bacon back. If you're doing it right, he's going to do it every single time. And he's not going to get himself harmed out there because he want to get back home to where the love is good at. The love can only be good at home if it's good within you, which means that you got to stop allowing yourself to not embrace what is the most important aspects and foundational aspects in creating your soft life. Being soft in life does not mean you're stupid. Does not mean you're helpless. It just means that you would rather be in your feminine energy, which is your true nature. And therefore, when you got to go out there and you got to work and dig and do some things that you got to exert effort into, it's not that, it's more refreshing instead of the aspect of what we're constantly used to. So therefore, when we get the softness, it's like, oh no, I don't even know how this makes me feel. And we battle with ourselves on what is our true nature. We resonate with it, but we're battling with ourselves. See, we got to make more decisions that are in accordance with our true nature and our true being. We got to stop going against the logic of our intuition. The intuition is when the head and the heart actually sync, and then you feel it in the gut, and it's like, oh, okay, something ain't right with that. Or, you know what? I think that this might be a good move. Intuition isn't always just giving you a warning. Sometimes it's it's nudging you in the right direction. The same as with me sharing these diaries with you that I speak, is that I'm being nudged to do this. I'm being nudged to show myself. Do I want to? Not necessarily. I would rather take a different approach to make ends meet and run my business. But if this is what it calls for, this is what I'm going to do. Planning. I've been planning this now for 4 years. And I've tried it and I failed, and I tried it again and it really wasn't working, and I tried it again and I didn't see the results I wanted. So you know what? I just start over until I get to where I want to be at with this. So yes, planning, budgeting, scheduling,